We're going to focus on the shoulders, but the shoulders in full flexion, meaning the arms are overhead. And we'll play around a little bit with engaging those shoulders in that stretch position. Okay, so start on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Have the arms alongside the body, but have the palms facing in, little fingers side of the hands on the floor, head down. And then just a few times, breathe in, reach the arms up to the ceiling and back overhead behind you, and breathe out, draw them alongside the body. Breathe in, reach the arms up and back. Breathe out, draw the arms back to where they started. Just do that a few times. Whether you get the thumbs down to the floor, whether the hands end up hovering in space is your call. Some of you will have greater range than others, but I just want you to just move with the breath, but specifically breathing in, reaching the arms up and back. Breathing out, drawing them back alongside the body. Just take 2 more. Use that in-breath to give that lift and reach. Nice. And then just draw the knees into the chest wherever you are. Rock and roll yourself up to sitting. Take the legs out in front of you. The knees are pretty bent, the feet are flexed. And then literally just move your lower back in and up. Take the arms overhead, bend the elbows and take the hands to the opposite forearm. Good. And then draw the forearms a little up and back. And then with those hands, press into the opposite arm. So then you start to feel those shoulders engage in that overhead position. The shoulder joint is in full flexion. Good. Breathe out, release that. The shoulders are in the same position in downward facing dog. Good, so get in there. If you're unsure on down dog, come forwards to plank. Get the hands and feet roughly in the right position for your plank. And then just draw the groins up and back to downward facing dog. Good. With the hands pressed firmly down, with the forearms create the action of lifting up. Draw the inner legs up and back. Good. Come forwards to plank. Lower down to the floor. Come into Sphinx. Elbows under shoulders. Forearms pressed down. Chest lifts up and forwards. Good. Take a breath into the upper chest. Nice. Release that. Head back to down dog. Left knee down. Right foot forwards. Good. Take the arms up overhead. Bend both elbows. Take the hands to the opposite forearm or elbow, like you've just done in that seated position. Then lift the forearms up and slightly back with those hands pressed forwards into the arms. Good. You can press the back foot firmly down if you wish. Breathe out. Step back into down dog. Good. So we just start to put the shoulders in the same position each time and ask them to engage. From downward facing dog, same thing. Press the hands firmly down. Create the action of lifting the forearms. Stay there, take a breath. Nice. Come forwards to plank. Lower down to the floor. Lie fully on your front, but with the fingers, touch the sides of the skull. Press the tops of the feet into the floor. Lift the torso up. Good. Now lift your outer elbows up. Good. Another breath there. Exhale, slowly release that. Down dog again. Inner legs lift up, draw back. Hands press firmly down. Forearms create the action of lifting up. Those shoulders begin to engage in that arm overhead position. Good. Breathe out. Right knee down, left foot forwards. Arms up. Bend the arms, hands to the opposite arm. Forearms lift up and back. Hands press forwards into the arms. Back foot presses firmly into the floor if you wish. Good. 2 more breaths. Chest is lifting, not dropping. Good. You're probably looking forwards. Exhale, release that. Step back to down dog. Rock forwards to plank. lower down to the floor. You lie on your front again. This time, like we've been doing in those lunges, take the hands to the opposite elbows. Head and chest is up. Forearms lift up. Good. This is hard in this position. Maybe the feet press down. Maybe the feet lift up a little bit. Good. Maybe even drop the forehead slightly. Relift the forearms. Then relift the back of the head. Those hands are not passive. They are pressing. Good. Breathe out. Release that. Step back into downward facing dog. Good. From downward facing dog, just walk the feet halfway down the mat. Take the fingers to the shins and come into a halfway up position. Good. Knees are bent. Shoulders are higher than hips. Hands to the knees. Pull the chest forwards and up. Good. Now you can stay here, or you can take the hands again to the opposite arm and then lift the forearms up. Good. Hands press down into the arms. Forearms lift. Feet press down. Try and lean more forwards than back. Nice. Exhale, release that. Come through a squat onto your bum again. Legs are out in front of you. Knees are bent, feet are flat. So kind of bent knee boat pose with support. Lower back in and up. Base of ribs up. Now you can pause here if you wish, or you can lift the feet and shins. If you want to go a little bit further, continue the theme. Arms overhead. Hands to opposite arm. Forearms up and back. Hands press firmly into the opposite arm. Good. Breathe out, release that. Lie on your back, then knees bent, feet flat. A little bit of the opposite for the shoulders. In this bridge pose, take the legs a little bit wider than the bum. Turn the feet slightly out with your hands. Grip the mat. Good. From there, lift your bum up. Press your feet firmly down, but with your hands, grip and pull apart. As you do that, you feel the back of the shoulders get onto your back. Shoulder blades moving towards each other. Good. Feet press down, top of the thighs lift up. Hands keep gripping and pulling apart. Some of you combine the hands together, but if you do that and bring the hands together under the body, make sure your shoulder blades don't move apart. It's defeating the object. Stay there, inhale. Exhale, release. Come out of the pose, knees to chest. Whatever you do from here is up to you. Good session.